We find that a lot of homeowners have false expectations about what things cost, and I think some of that is to do with media. We worked with a production company once, and I told them the whole job was going to cost $150,000. When they cut the finished product together, they had me saying that the whole project was going to cost $60,000, and they really misrepresented our costs.
One of the issues, of course, is the cost of living is very different all over the country. We live outside of Manhattan, and labor costs, material costs, everything is higher here. So what a job that we do here is going to cost a lot more than if you were in Kansas, if you were in Florida. All of these prices are going to be different, and it's very hard for the consumer to know what numbers they can trust.
All right.
Well, I'm excited to see
We've
this.
got some cool plans here.
Yeah, wow. Much bigger than what we were looking at online.
So the purpose of this exercise is basically to get you familiar with what things cost and sort of how we build a budget. We're going to give you some rough figures to work on, but we don't want you to focus on sort of each individual item, but more how things come together, because guess what? It's always more expensive than we thought.
Yeah, even when you know that.
Yeah, even when you know that. I was even surprised when we renovated our house, even with all the information we had, when we were getting prices and we were looking at what things cost, we were surprised. Let's lock down what's necessary, then we'll see what's left. Maybe you'll fall in love with a faucet you want to splurge on. Maybe you'll find something that you say, oh, I don't really care, like a $200 toilet looks just as good as a $7,000 toilet. I'm gonna go with a $200 toilet.
As long as it doesn't leak like the last one, we're good.
Yeah, as long as it does its job.
We can map out all of those red Post-its, all the things we don't think there's a lot of wiggle room in price. And we're gonna have yellow sticky notes, and those are gonna represent areas of the renovation that are fixed and that we have to do them, but the price of those materials could change depending on what they pick. We can make our way to green and put all the nice to haves.
First thing is called general conditions. So what needs to happen on this job site to get it ready for construction? As a rule, for a project of this size, my guess is we'll go through about 24 yards of trash. So that's about two 12-yard dumpsters. They're gonna cost roughly $650 each.
So $1,300.
Demolition, $600. Now framing this whole basement, $600 in material and probably $1,000 in framing labor. The material for the insulation, $1,200, and the labor to install the insulation, $580. Portable toilet, permit fees, miscellaneous protection, $1,000. Quote for the plumbing work you have, $9,000. $1,400 to $1,500 on that window. Electric came to about $4,500. $500 for an HVAC technician, $400 in future-proofing measures, $3,000 to $4,000 in drywall work. Door casing, let's say it's $1,000 in casing labor, and we'll leave an allowance of $400. Let's call it $580 for labor, plus $420 in baseboard. LVP, which is luxury vinyl plank, we've got to buy a toilet, a tub, the supplies, the mixing valve, the shower head, the vanity, the faucet, the laundry tub faucet, $3,000. Doorknobs, I would say $150 should cover that. Noise attenuation, $600 in material and maybe another $600 in labor. You've got a little closet here, so we probably want a bar and a shelf. Let's call that $200. Complex ductwork here. To sort of soften that in and do that well, a $3,000 job at a minimum. Primer's $50 a gallon. The wall paint is $60 to $75 a gallon. Call it $500. We want to give some options to you of nice to have things. $1,500 for a heated floor in the bathroom. So maybe we put some of the infrastructure in for maybe adding a mini split later, maybe putting a moisture barrier on the floor, like a $500 option. A product called a flood stop, it's about $230. 10 hours of miscellaneous labor, like cleaning up after trade partners, waiting for inspectors. So when you see these things individually, do you feel like they're all higher than expected? How do you feel individually about each one of these?
Some things are a lot more expensive than I thought, but honestly, some things are quite a bit less than I thought. Maybe overall, it's a bit more than I thought.
And if I tell you the total thing is about $50,000, does that feel higher than you expected this scope of work would be?
It's definitely higher than what our research prior had suggested. But now we can maybe play around with these notes to see where we can save, whether that's by doing things ourselves or just simplifying the plan.
I like to see the green number being one of the higher numbers. There's a lot that can can move around there or be pushed to a later date too.
There's a lot of levers we can pull. One of them is figuring out how to efficiently assemble the project. It's like if we work with 10 people, it'll be more expensive than if we work with 5. So maybe we can have you do the demo, or we can have the framing carpenter do some of the demo. We can pull scope out, we can adjust the materials, we can figure out how to maybe value engineer the floor plan. You have a lot of options, but hopefully this exercise helps you sort of study individual things, decide what you want to take on, and then really sort of firm up your budget. Basically, you're going to have like a little bit of like sensory overload when you do this type of thing. So we're going to let you sit with it, and then we'll get back to you, and we can have another conversation about, based off this information, what do we want to do to proceed. I will tell you this. What you're feeling right now is not something that's specific to you. It's specific to every single client we meet with, because things are expensive, they're getting more expensive, and any information you consume about what something costs is from yesterday. And we do this on every single job. We've never had a budget where the client's like, okay, that's it, boom, where do I sign?
I wanted to spend more.
Yeah, but you need more information to be empowered about what you should make decisions on. So we'll leave this with you.
Okay, thank you.
And some Post-its.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, glad that's over.
I definitely feel like Nick and Hannah understood what we were telling them. They reacted very well. They were good sports, and they had realistic expectations. So as much as that was uncomfortable, it definitely went well.
Yes, they're very pragmatic about what things cost. I think they do have a lot to think about. But as always, I'm really glad that we had that conversation now and not when we're sending an invoice.
Let's let it sit with them and see how they feel about next steps.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.